Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So a couple of days ago, I was on Facebook and I saw this image of a black man actually participating in this ridiculous spectacle that took place in DC, in that insurrection where you had these Trump fanatics, these Trump groupies, these Trump cult followers actually invade Congress and damage property, occupy offices, and actually occupy the Senate floor. And one of the people that participated in this foolishness was a black man. And this picture has been circulating on social media. They have circled his image, and I will use that image as the thumbnail for this particular video. When I saw this, I thought about the sunken place. I thought about Stockholm Syndrome. I thought about the fact that you always have that one Negro who will go out of his way to defend white supremacists. This guy is literally risking his life and his liberty to defend Donald Trump, to maintain Donald Trump being in the White House. That's what this Negro is doing. And there are other black people that literally defend this foolishness. He is joining the company of white supremacists in that rally. That's what that Negro, that confused, lost, sunken place Negro is doing. Because many of those people that participated in that rally had Confederate flags. And we know that that is a symbol of racism. That is a symbol that was used to rally those people who supported Jim Crow, those people who supported black people being subjugated, segregated, and humiliated. That was used as a symbol behind that. And we also know that the Confederate flag is rooted in the Civil War, and we know that the Confederates went to war with America in order to defend their right to own black people, to sell black people, to beat black people, to destroy black families and all that kind of stuff. But yet and still, you had this Negro participating in this foolishness. There were other white supremacist symbols at that insurrection. You had people that literally hung a noose on the grounds of the Capitol building. And we know that the white supremacists used to lynch our people, literally lynch our people for any and everything. But these are the symbols that were there. You had people literally wearing Nazi shirts participating in this demonstration. These are the people that this Negro was joining company with, aligning with, risking his liberty and his life for. You know, it shows you just how lost some of our people are. This man, this Negro, this lost fool, was out there defending Donald Trump, trying to do everything that he could to help Donald Trump stay in power. And we know that Donald Trump is a racist. You know, a man who referred to Africa and Haiti as shithole countries. He talked about how he wanted more immigrants from white countries such as Norway instead of black places in Africa and throughout the black diaspora. This is what this man has said from his own mouth. But yet and still, you got Negroes on here supporting him. And these YouTube buffoons are no different from this fool who found himself in joining a rally or insurrection with white supremacists. They're no different. So Donald Trump, not only has he said those types of things, you know, talked about how he doesn't want black people counting his money, talking about how only black people can live like this when going through slums in Chicago. This is a man who has attacked affirmative action. This is a man who is supporting voter suppression. And that's basically what this Negro is doing himself by participating in this foolishness, by joining that so-called insurrection. You got a black man, this black man, actually trying to participate in the disenfranchisement of black people. Make no mistake about it, that's what this is about. Not only disenfranchising black people, but disenfranchising the American people, period. When our people fought for the right to vote, You all heard of Selma. You all know about the civil rights workers who were beaten and locked up and all that kind of stuff, and many who lost their lives so that we can have the right to vote. But yet and still, you have Negroes supporting Donald Trump's call to disenfranchise black voters in places like Philadelphia and Detroit and all other places around this country. So not only does Donald Trump support ending affirmative action, voter suppression, this man has, made it clear that he stands with the police. He's called for law and order. He's called Black Lives Matter a terrorist group when black people are being killed disproportionately by these police. Instead of addressing the issue, he joked about it when he went before a group of police officers. He joked about it, but yet and still, you got Negroes like this supporting this foolishness, participating in this spectacle, in this ridiculous circus. Despite all the evidence that none of this stuff that Donald Trump is talking about with voter fraud is true at all. There have been investigations after investigations, lawsuits after lawsuits, and they have found none of this stuff to be real. It's just made up lies that he has used to fan the flames, and unfortunately, you got lost Negroes like this fool participating in this foolishness, literally risking his life for this racist bastard Donald Trump. And it just reminds me of what Malcolm said about the house Negro. He talked about how the house Negro would do everything to protect his master. If the master's house was on fire, he would do everything that he could to put out the fire. When the master was sick, he was like, "What's the matter, boss? We sick." And that's how this Negro is that's on here in this thumbnail right here. He's one of those Negroes, a house Negro, a Sambo, a Uncle Ruckus, literally risking his life. And it just reminds me of the saying from the lessons, some of these people love the devil even because the devil gives them absolutely nothing. And this man he is a fool. He is completely lost, blind, deaf, and dumb. He finds himself in a company of the neo-Nazis, of the alt-right, of the KKK, of the Proud Boys and other white supremacists. He's literally marching with white supremacists, side by side with these people.